Know if you can expostulate with yourself, but last night, if you can, I expostulated with myself about today's speech. I had worked on it for a couple of weeks and decided last night, though I went back and forth, I'm not that interested in this. And so, and I thought it might come off that I'm not that interested in it. So what did I do? I had a choice of going with that, not doing the speech or changing the topic, so I changed the topic. So I thought, what am I passionate about? I'm passionate about apitherapy. And so I'm here to tell you about apitherapy today. People who embark upon this journey of apitherapy, which is an alternative medicine, ask themselves to be or not to be. Apitherapy is using bee products for medicinal purposes. So you use bee pollen, the honey, the bee venom. Today I'm going to talk to you about the bee venom. And so people actually use bee venom to help cure things. Arthritis, gout, multiple sclerosis. It helps to relieve some of the symptoms. And the reason I'm passionate about it is because I've tried it. And in a few minutes I'm going to tell you about that process. But bee venom, the apitherapy, apis means bee, therapy means caring service. So apitherapy is an alternative therapy to traditional medicine. And it goes back to 800 BC. This is something that I discovered watching Discovery Channel. And there was a woman who was having bee stings. She had her own bees, and she would have bee stings every other day, and it helped with her energy, and she had such a great testimony that I thought, I have to try this. I was suffering from MS at the time. She had MS, and I thought, I have to try this. The traditional way is to go with an apitherapist, somebody who's been trained to give stings, but being somebody who doesn't always play within the rules, I decided I was going to do this myself. So I went out and I found myself a beekeeper, and I had bees delivered to my house every week. And we would take the bees, and I would be stung 6 to 7 times different places on my body. My legs, my arms, down my spine. And we use this. Now, I know all of you have one around your house like this when your eyebrows get too long, but this actually is used to get the bees out of the jar. So we would put this in to get the bee, and when we put it in, the bees would start to crawl up onto the tweezers. So the trick here was to get the bee without it coming up and stinging your hand. So we'd get the bee, we'd pull it out, and you'd put it on different parts of your body, and then you would agitate it so that it would sting you. And not that it wasn't already agitated, that you picked it up with this, but and that you're squeezing its head, but you put it on you, and it stings you, and then you take the bee off, and you leave the stinger in. And the stinger stays in for about 10 minutes. Now, bee venom is made up of proteins, enzymes, and amino acids. And what those do is they stimulate cortisone in your body. So it's good for anything that's it's an anti-inflammatory, and it's good for the body for any anti-inflammatory disease, which MS is. So after I had these stings, I would then take the stingers out, and within 10 minutes, the energy level was definitely noticeable. So my energy increased, my sleeping had improved, and I had better motor skills. And this happened for about 2 years we did this, until my beekeeper passed away. He was 87 years old, and he was still, making honey, and he never charged, but he did want me to buy his honey. So I had cases and cases of honey that I would give away as gifts, because he felt like he was helping people and didn't feel that it was necessary to charge. Which, when you look up apitherapy and you find out about apitherapists, that is what they do. They want to do it from a place of healing, not so much a place of making money. A lot of times you pay them for their time. but there's actually an apitherapy society, and they have that you can be trained in this, and there are a number of them around. It's called the American Apitherapy Society. And so what I wanted to do is share this with you today so that if you ever had a condition or you ever had an opportunity to try apitherapy and you sat down and you asked yourself to be or not to be, that now you would know, be able to make an educated decision on whether to try it. Thank you.